just underway. Denver at Dallas and Detroit at Houston. By the way, next week we will be at both Dallas and Houston as we get on that long road trip for the Chicago Bulls. Much of it will be seen here on Channel 9. Bulls pick it up offensively to start the third period of play. Paxson from the outside. Bowie climbs the board. New Jersey Nets on offense for the first time here in the third period. Anderson watched by Paxson. Petrovic with 7 to go on the shot clock. Leaves for Anderson, picked up on a switch by Jordan. Raphael Addison got it away just in time. Addison will play a lot here in this second half with the injured Chris Morris, as John reported a moment ago. Michael passes it up to Cartwright. Pippen got clobbered and a foul. Addison and Bowie converge. Bowie the guilty party. His first personal, first on the team.
Little outside jumper by Bill Cartwright as Petrovic puts a little pressure on him. Scotty goes up and gets the rebound here. Gives it a fake. Everybody in the air, and they come down all over to Scott. Pippen, man. Pippen off the back of the ring. His first free throw attempt. He had 8 points in the first half.
Scotty has 10 career triple-doubles, 4 rebounds, 5 assists in the first half to go along with 8 points. Missed a pair at the line. It will belong to New Jersey. 11 minutes, a minute gone by. This third period of play, 11 minutes left to go in the third quarter as the Nets take it across, trailing 59 to 47. Coleman backing Grant. Nicely done.
And here they come. The Bulls should have had a big lead here. 20 at halftime. It's 10 now.
Nets have scored the first 4 points of the third period. Almost a minute and a half gone by in this third quarter. Pippen against Petrovic, and Petro commits the foul. Petrovic with his first personal. Second on the team. Non-shooting affair.
Bulls 8 out of 16 from the free throw line now. We talked about how they improved their free throw shooting, but
yeah, they had been shooting better the last couple of weeks, John. You're right, but not here tonight. Jordan connects. 18 for Michael.
Michael's seen some big people on tonight. Chris Morris was on him, and now Raphael Addison at 6'7".
Morris goes 6'8". Played him in the first half. Addison to Anderson. The offense still on the perimeter at the moment. 10 to go on the shot clock. Anderson penetrates right by Cartwright. Oh, good feed to Coleman.
Coleman has made some baskets just standing there as Kenny Anderson has found him each time. Big body to miss, though, isn't it?
It sure is. Derek Coleman, 6'10" and 230. Jordan. Grant trying to keep it alive. Picked off by the Nets. Kenny Anderson on the run. Anderson penetrates. Good dish. Bowie for the slam. Timeout, Chicago. Scoop, the inner workings of the world champion Chicago Bulls. All you need to go is go to the source. No Bull with Phil Jackson. Tune in Sunday for analysis of this week's games with Boston, New Jersey, and Charlotte, as well as an in-depth look at the Bulls and the media with Jordan Rules author Sam Smith. That's No Bull with Phil Jackson, Sunday at 10 on WGN-TV. Bulls off to a 1-for-4 start from the floor in this third period of play. The Nets are 4-for-4, but all of that scoring coming down low in the paint. Paxson. Horace Grant, Bill Cartwright. Nice look, Scottie Pippen, and the Bulls are on the board.
They made a switch now, and they put Coleman on to Cartwright. I don't know if it was just that one time, but Scottie was underneath to get the pass.
3 minutes gone by in this third period of play. Nets hold an 8-4 advantage in the quarter. Derek Coleman backing Horace Grant deep. Finally, a foul call. Foul is coming up on Horace Grant, his first on the team. Let's pause for station identification.
This is WGN-TV Chicago, America's #1 sports station.
Kenny Anderson resets the offense for New Jersey against Paxson. Anderson getting in close. 8 points for Anderson.
9 assists. He's running the offense very, very well.
None of the New Jersey scoring has come from outside the paint area. Pippen on the move. Cartwright threw it away.
Threw it to the official.
Bennett Salvador was the only guy there, right?
He's going to take off with that shirt.
Phil Jackson can't be at all happy with the start of this third quarter. Kenny Anderson penetrates once again, forces the shot, but draws the foul on Paxson. It is John's 4th and the 2nd on the team.
Well, they let him back in. I said he let him hover around that double-digit mark. They knock it below that with some great penetration by Kenny Anderson. Now to shoot 2 free throws. Here comes B.J. Armstrong.
Kenny Anderson has 9 points. B.J. comes in for John Paxson. Anderson had 21 points against Indiana, 7 assists and 2 steals. That was Monday. He now has 10 points here tonight. Chicago lead down to 6. It was 14 at halftime. Cartwright double team for a moment. Clears to Jordan.
Michael said, they got a little contact on that play, and nobody called anything. But back on defense, boy. Here we go.
Jordan reaches 20 points now. On the drive, Kenny Anderson with the left hand.
Kenny Anderson putting the clinic on here on the guards.
He has been unstoppable here in this third quarter with 6 points. 6 of the 14 points. Armstrong and a tipped away. Bowie trying to flip it ahead, but they've got a foul coming up. The foul is on Sam Bowie. His 2nd, Chuck Daly urges his troops on. 3rd on Bailey's forces. 3rd team foul on the Nets. 7.5 to go in the third. This is Horace Grant. Take a look at the inside points in this quarter. Jordan off the mark, but he was pushed. The foul is on Raphael Addison. His first personal. It's already the 4th team foul on the Nets.
MJ was in the air. What are they going to do? Yeah.
More often than not, MJ is in the air, isn't he?
Yeah. I guess.
Rarefied air, I might add. But Jordan's first trip to the free throw line. He makes good on his first free throw. Michael shooting 50% from the field of 9 of 18. He has 22 points here in the game.
He just made the Bulls better than 50% free throw shooters now. They're 10 for 18.
Coleman. Got a quick foul here on Horace Grant.
Coleman really gets deep position. Big, wide body.
Horace's 2nd personal foul. That is 3 team fouls on Chicago. John, it seems like, especially in this third period, the Nets have been getting position in close right from the start.
Well, Kenny Anderson's broken it down, so if you go to help as he drives, wide open.
Here's Anderson again with the penetration. Left it short in the reverse. Coleman is there. Missed the slam. Coleman again. Anderson. Jordan reached in. B.J. slapped down to the ball, and B.J. Armstrong will be called for the foul. It is his 2nd, 4th on the team.
Now they've stayed right down there, even through a missed layup and a missed slam dunk. They grab a foul out of the play. Next one puts him to the free throw line.
Watch where Coleman gets position if he does here. They work a double screen for Petrovic. For 3. That is a favorite play of this New Jersey Nets team. You see it a lot. Here's Jordan. B.J. for 3.
Yeah. Yeah, 3. Michael with a nice little dish off in the corner when he was doubled. That's B.J.'s 2nd 3.
B.J. Armstrong, 10 points off the bench tonight. The lead again is 11 points. Chicago on top with third period of play. Petrovic with a spin move to the lane. Nicely done. Rosen with 14. See if they find BJ again. He's 4 for 4 from the field. Jordan has the shot off the screen. Michael with 24. Petrovic wanted to go back to Coleman. They got a foul coming up here on the
Horace, his third foul this quarter. That puts him to the free throw line.
Bulls are over the foul limit, and you're right, Horace, 3 fouls here this third quarter. Drazen Petrovic. 1 out of 2 from the free throw line tonight. Zagreb, Croatia. Played in the Olympics this summer. Petrovic 15 points, but that's on 5 of 12 shooting from the field. He does have 3 3-point field goals.
His first, missed free throw, his first 3 field goals were,
yes,
that he scored were 3-pointers.
Under 6 minutes to go. We are third period. Brendan Byrne Arena in the Meadowlands. Bulls on the perimeter. Cartwright flashes high post. Here's Scottie Pippen, picked up on a switch by Sam Bowie. BJ open for 3.
Hey, the other side, bring it up. 2 he gives him. No, they give him 3.
3-point field goal. They officially did give 3 points on that. The official on the far side gave the indication, John, not the guy on the near side closer to the play. Addison on the ball. Blocked by Pippen. Outlet pass recaptured by Kenny Anderson. Oh, what a nice block by Scottie. Too bad they wasted the possession. Petrovic double teamed by Horace Grant. 10 to go on the shot clock for the Nets. Here's Derek Coleman over Cartwright. What makes Coleman special is that he can pull up and hit a J. He's not just a post-up type player inside. Jordan to B.J. Armstrong. Scottie Pippen around a screen by Cartwright. Cartwright takes loose. Yes, they are calling it offense.
Cartwright pushing off to get open, they say. BJ looks over to official, says, what is it, 3 or 2? Oh, it's 3. Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah, it is 3. 75-64. Chicago on top. 4:18 left to go in the third. Anderson jumped out on a switch by Grant. Coleman picked up on a switch by Cartwright. Armstrong takes it away. Picked his pocket. Pippen Armstrong. Whoa! By Coleman.
That's his 4th.
And it also puts the Nets over the foul limit, John.
Yeah, that's the 4th. The kid going in hard with the ball. Now he's hurt him from the outside. Here he comes down the lane. Lost a little bit of control, but takes the blow. He'll shoot 2 free throws his first trip. From the slam cam, we'll take a look at BJ getting slammed.
Yeah, the only thing that got slammed on that play was BJ. 13 points off the bench for B.J. Armstrong. February 27th, Bulls take on the Hawks. Coca-Cola Youth Jersey Night. First 5,000 kids, 14 and younger, receive a John Paxson Bulls jersey, compliments of Coca-Cola. 1 out of 2 at the line for Armstrong. He has 14 in the game. Chicago lead is 12. 4 minutes straight up to go. We are third period. The overhead view from Brendan Byrne Arena in the Meadowlands. Anderson finds Bowie. Drives on Cartwright, and the foul on Bill is his 3rd. The team is over the limit. We'll send Sam Bowie to the free throw line. Bowie is 3 out of 4 from there here tonight. Bowie had 18 rebounds in that game against Philadelphia. And John, like I said earlier, what they expect him to do is screen, move the basketball, a little rebounding, a little shot blocking inside.
Big front line when you got Coleman in there. You got Chris Morris, who is out the second half, or Dudley. You got guys in there that can protect that basket. They're not necessarily great shooters on one end, but
and John, they're not afraid to use their fouls. Derek Coleman has 4 now.
I've never known a Chuck Daly team that's afraid to use their fouls.
I mean, if Coleman has to sit down, Rick Mahorn or somebody like him will come in. See, it doesn't really change a lot. Here's a steal by Petrovic and a quick foul by Jordan.
That'll put Petro to the line. Michael turns it over. And the fans love it here. 3:24 to go. Petrovic with the good defensive play. He just reaches in, knocks it away from MJ, picks the ball up in. The foul.
Drazen Petrovic at the line. Puts in on his first. He's got another. Petrovic now with 16 points in the game. Leads the NBA in three-point field goal shooting, 9th in free throw percent. Although he's missed a couple of times here tonight. 17 for Petrovic. Nets are hanging right in there with the world champs, trailing by 8. Coming up on 3 minutes left to go in the third.
Turnover.
Sam Bowie. Anderson sets it up. Gets the step. Coleman with authority.
Kenny Anderson just broke it down, blows by the guard. Coleman puts it in, and you got yourself a game.
I'll tell you, John, Anderson repeatedly has broken down the defense in this third period. Cartwright stops the run. 6 for Bill Cartwright, a timely field goal for the Teach. Restores an 8-point advantage at the moment for Chicago. Under 3 minutes to go in the third. Anderson jumps at by Cartwright. BJ picks him up again. Here's Bowie from the outside.
Not a good shot. Not a good shot. But he hasn't had one for a while, so he takes a long one. Just inside the tree for a 7-footer. You don't need that.
You know, Bowie took one shot the entire first half, John.
Yeah, but he didn't need that one.
Nope. Horace Grant.
Horace with a quick move, and now a little talking between Petrovic and Coleman as they're saying, hey, you guys going to switch or not? What's happening?
13 points for Horace Grant. 10-point Chicago lead. Kenny Anderson. Coming up on 2 minutes left to go in the third. Coleman going hard to the bucket again. Derek Coleman on the rebound bucket. He has 15. Under 2 minutes to go in the third. B.J. Armstrong. Horace Grant back taps the rebound. Here comes Anderson. Nets on the run. Addison.
Addison's first field goal really hurts. The second field goal hurts the Bulls. 6-point game.
It was 14 at halftime in favor of Chicago. Oh, back towards Jordan on the alley-oop from Scottie Pippen. 26 for MJ. Coming up on a minute left to go in the third. Derek Coleman. Contested by Horace Grant, rebounded by Grant. Scottie Pippen.
Make him foul you, Scotty, if you can.
Pippen on the drive. Horace Grant was there. Did he touch it?
Yep, he tipped it in.
They're giving it to Horace.
2 very close plays on the rim. One tap in on this end by Coleman and one on the other by Horace Grant.
15 for Horace in the game. 10-point lead Chicago, under a minute to go in the third. Derek Coleman. Raphael Addison. Scottie Pippen back the other way for the Bulls. MJ. Jordan from the outside. They want a 2-for-1. They're going to get it, but not with a field goal on the front end of it. It's about an 8-second differential. Shot clock to game clock. Game clock in the right-hand corner of your screen. 8 to go on the shot clock. Anderson again, the penetration on the finger roll. Bowie right there batting away at it. Finally the rebound taken down by Horace Grant. Here comes BJ with time winding down. Rebound Coleman, last shot of the quarter. Whoa, wait a minute. 3/10 of a second remaining.
He said that's it.
Timeout Chicago. Timeout.
Timeout White.
Well, now he says timeout New Jersey, so
All right.
he changes it. All right. 3/10 of a second remaining. You want a break, Arnie? We'll take a timeout ourselves. 10-point Chicago lead. 59 on hand. A good-looking crowd, to say the least, here in New Jersey tonight. Only the third sellout of the season for the New Jersey Nets. Will Perdue about 3/10 of a second remaining. So, John, what is it? Quick touch.
It's got to be catch in the area.
Perdue with the baseball feed, and Coleman intercepts. End of 3 complete. Chicago's 14-point halftime lead has been pared down to 10. 84-74 Bulls. As we begin the fourth period of play. Warren Dudley are in the ball game for New Jersey. Tucker is in for Chicago. Grant Fries loose the rebound. Bulls are trailing on the boards, 31-29 now. Scottie Pippen connects from the outside. Scottie's been somewhat quiet. He had just 2 points in the third period. He has 12 in the game now. Petrovic. Tucker chases down. Bulls leading by 12. Opening minute of play, fourth period. Will Perdue screens out front. Dudley picks up Pippen on a switch. They get it to Perdue, but Anderson denies the feed, broke it up, and Dudley collects for New Jersey. Here's Anderson to Petrovic. Oh, thought he traveled. Here's Fred Tucker with the rebound, and he is fouled by Anderson. Kenny reaching in his second personal foul.
He took a little travel music going down the baseline. Was it called? Tucker got the rebound, got grabbed immediately by Kenny Anderson as B.J. Armstrong sprung down. Look at this.
These are the numbers through 3 periods. Nets did a much better job off the boards in that third period, reasserted themselves a little bit on the offensive board. Rebounding was even at 19 apiece at halftime. Tucker for 3.
Oh! They've doubled Scottie twice. He's thrown away once. The last time Will was able to get it over the other side. See if they stay doubling the Bulls.
Petrovic for 3. Up high for the rebound, Horace Grant.
It's a one-man crew on the boards. Double figures with 11.
Horace high post dealing on Dudley with the right hand. Oh, didn't quite get it off the front of the rim. Chucky Brown back the other way. Anderson, oh, good move around Tucker. Wow. 14 for Kenny Anderson. Phil Jackson talking with his defensive specialist, John Bach, on the bench. What do we got to do to stop 7 from getting into the paint? Pippen hits his first 2 field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. 14 in the game. Scott Williams is up off the Bulls bench. He'll report on to the next stoppage in play. Anderson against B.J. Armstrong.
Petro's coming up dry now.
Back tap to Anderson on the drive. He drew the foul on Will Perdue. Perdue can't believe the call on Will for personal foul. Number 1.
Let's see if we can believe this. The missed shot, it's kicked on out. Anderson gets it. He makes the play. He'll still shoot 2 free throws.
Let's see, right here. He got the ball, John. He got all ball on that play. You can see it off the baseline camera. But hey, those things happen, right? Especially when you're on the road. 15 for Kenny Anderson. 16 for Anderson. He's 6 of 6 from the line and 5 out of 10 from the field. 10-point ball game in favor of the Bulls. Almost 3 minutes gone by in the fourth. Pippen's had the hot hand here in the fourth quarter. He was fouled on that attempt.
Petrovic, you can't make this guy play. He doesn't seem to guard anybody that goes to the hoop. And that time Scottie went down low, turned around, took the jumper on him, and he will go to the free throw line.
Well, from what you're saying is obviously Petrovic has been picking up Pippen in this period. Go to Scottie Pippen.
Scottie missed his first 2 free throws. Now he makes one here.
15 for Scottie. Averaging 38 minutes a game, 18.7 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists per game.
Horace Grant has taken his seat on the bench.
Anderson pushing it back in a hurry for the Jersey Nets. 12-point lead, Chicago Bulls. Tucker guarding Petrovic. Dudley comes over for the screen. Petro picked up at a switch momentarily. Petrovic penetrating. Scottie Pippen. He can get it out on the break. He's got the numbers in his favor. Ramil Robinson comes back off the deflection. Petrovic on the drive. Dudley cleans it up. Will it count? No, there was a foul before on the shot attempt by Petrovic.
Scott Williams on the foul. I didn't hear the whistle, and
no, I didn't either. Nor did I, but the official made a clear indication.
Take a look. Here comes the play. Petrovic. Scotty tried to knock it out. Ramil Robinson takes it down, gives it to Petro. Petro underneath.
There's
in for the layup, and there it definitely is the foul. Right.
Well, I mentioned Petrovic in the top 10 in the NBA in free throw shooting. Now, he's missed 3 here tonight, John. 18 for Petrovic.
Their starters have shot all their free throws. You got Chris Morris, who shot 6 of them. He's not back in the game.
Not an unusual trend, John, in that the Nets bench is not very active offensively. Pippen rings it in and out, and here comes Kenny Anderson. Anderson with that stop-and-go action. Nicely done off the glass.
In the face of Scottie Pippen. Scotty's sweet field goals. The 2 of them have been outside jumpers. The third one it wasn't there, and away they come. So a 9-point lead for the Bulls.
Armstrong pulls up.
Yes. Nice. Good offensive night by BJ tonight.
16 off the bench for B.J. Armstrong. Petrovic. Pippen staying right with him. Rick Mahorn threw it away. Trent Tucker intercepted. Mahorn is trying to hit Ramil Robinson. Take a look at the bench number. Chicago heavy edge there. Well, that accounts for the 11-point lead the Bulls now enjoy. 92-81. Tucker. Will Perdue. Oh, Perdue had Ramil Robinson on him. Tucker makes the shot from the outside. You know, I was looking for Will Perdue to just turn around, John.
Take his little hook shot in the middle.
I mean, Ramil Robinson was on him, and Ramil only goes 6'2". Anderson again. 20 points for Kenny Anderson, a second-year guard out of Georgia Tech. Boy, if he had stayed in Bobby Crimmon's program another 2 years, oh. Here's Pippen. Scotty with a quick release.
Long two. Scotty 3 out of 4 here in this quarter.
8 points in the fourth quarter. 18 in the game for Scottie Pippen. Timeout, New Jersey. 6:32 left to go, and the Bulls enjoy at the moment a 13-point advantage. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Chicago Bulls and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of the Chicago Bulls. Wayne Larrabee, Johnny Red Kerr at Brendan Byrne Arena in the Meadowlands. The Bulls leading 96-83. 6.5 minutes to go. 6:32 to be exact. Fourth period of play. Nets on offense. Rafael Addison is in the ball game. Take a look at what the Bulls do when they get to the century mark, and they're on the verge of it right now. Derek Coleman got Scott Williams in the air. 17 for Coleman. Coming up on 6 minutes to go. MJ goes to work on Addison. Tucker, 7 on the shot clock. Tucker manufactures a shot. Coleman is there. Tucker taken away by Tuck for 3. No. Here's Petrovic on the run, 3-on-1 alley-oop to Coleman. The lob on Coleman, who put the exclamation point at the end of that fast break. Armstrong.
BJ, 18 points in the game, too shy of his high this year.
B.J. Armstrong, 59% from the field in his last 4 games. Got a foul coming up right here.
I'll tell you what, Kenny Anderson is beating their guards going to his right. Normally, the strong side is going down to your left, to left-hander.
Yes, it is. John Paxson in, replacing B.J. Armstrong. B.J. picks up his 3rd personal foul, 3rd on the team. Armstrong 7 out of 9 from the field, John. That 59% shooting for B.J. is since he moved to the bench 4 games ago. And having another strong game off the bench here. 21 now for Kenny Anderson. Anderson misses the 2nd free throw. And the Bulls come back the other way. Coming up on 5 minutes left to go. Chicago by 10. John Paxson. They have really extended the defense on the perimeter.
Michael's got to take a bailout shot.
There's the bailout with 2 to go on the shot clock. Petrovic knocks it out of bounds. Going to belong to Chicago.
They fooled around with that ball long enough. Michael came out of the corner, finally shook his man, and now there's 4 seconds, and you got to fire up a long-range jumper. Get into something. I know you like to have those running plays that take time off the clock in football.
Here's Jordan penetrating. Scott Williams was fouled on the drive, and it's on Dudley. That's his 4th personal foul, 3rd on the team.
Michael drives, goes in, draws all the white shirts to him, and then as Scott Williams goes up, Dudley comes to look like a good block, but not there. Now, Petrovic and Chris Dudley are free agents, and they've got to try to do something to get these guys, or are in the tail end of their contract. They've got to do something to get them under contract. Scott Williams knocks in his 3rd free throw of the night. He's got 5 in the game.
There was some talk that Petrovic was thinking about possibly going back to Europe, John.
I think he'd like to play a couple years, 3 years, and then maybe go back and have a life of ease.
There is Drazen Petrovic. 1 out of 2 at the line. Will Perdue offensive glass.
Big hoop in the game. Will's first basket, but comes at a very opportune time.
101-88. Bulls reach the century mark once again. The last 5 games they've been over the century mark, have the Chicago Bulls. Anderson in close.
Petro standing looking for 3. Nobody's there.
Petrovic for 3. No, but he was fouled. Trent Tucker, his 1st personal, 4th on the team.
Couldn't believe how long he was standing there. He didn't say anything. He didn't want to give it away. He had his hands up in the air. They couldn't find him.
Phil Jackson makes a change. Trent Tucker walks by him, goes to the bench. John Paxson is back on for Chicago. Drazen Petrovic, 5 out of 8 from the free throw line, which for him is not a good percentage. He's an 88% free throw shooter coming in. 19 for Petrovic now. 5 of the last 6 Chicago opponents have scored over 100 points. I mentioned that there is a look at B.J. Armstrong on the bench for Chicago. 5 of the last Chicago opponents have scored over 100 points. And the Bulls are 2nd in the league to holding teams under 100 points. 20 times they've done that. Jordan on the drive was fouled by Raphael Addison. 4th team foul. 2nd on Addison. Non-shooting affair. 3:56 left to go. Bulls by 11. Scott Williams. Here's Paxson. Well, the Nets really extend that defense to the perimeter, don't they? Oh, good feed inside. Oh, Scott Williams missed it on the slam attempt. Will Perdue trying to clean it up. Drazen Petrovic takes the back tap in the corner. Petro on the run. Feed to Coleman.
They don't take the offensive foul and a guy in the middle, and they do take this ticky-tack foul, and Coleman gets his 10th basket. They got to step in front of this guy. They got to step right in front of him, and he got the foul. Here there's the little bump, no hands up in the air. And Will Perdue leaves, Horace Grant comes back in.
That foul on Scott Williams is 4th, John. And it is 5 team fouls on Chicago. Derek Coleman Makes good on a three-point play.
This is the first game I can remember Derek Coleman even being a factor against the Bulls.
Last year, he sat out due to injury in a game at Chicago Stadium that we did. Scottie Pippen rings it out. Dudley there for the rebound. Chicago lead is 8, coming up on 3 minutes left to go in the fourth. Kenny Anderson. No, but a foul.
Paxson on the foul.
Hacking foul on Paxson. And as you mentioned, the team over the limit.
Drazen Petrovic has shot 10 free throws. This will be 10 and 11 for Kenny Anderson. And our two guards are just really breaking down the Bulls.
Anderson now has missed 2 in a row at the free throw stripe. He is a 76% free throw shooter as Chuck Daly looks on. His team trying to charge back into this game.
No surprise that his two guards would go after the Bulls. I remember Isaiah and Joe Dumars doing the same thing with Detroit.
22 now for Anderson, 22 points, 12 assists in the game. Nets have extended the defense into the backcourt on the inbound plays here in this fourth period of play.
They've really done a good job of keeping MJ down and keeping him on the outside. When he goes to the hoop, they whack him, and there's Addison again on the foul.
His third personal. That puts New Jersey over the foul limit now, and Jordan goes to the line, gets a couple. Got a break in the action here with 2:58 left to go. Timeout Chicago. Bulls on top, 101-94. The producer-director of Bulls basketball is Arnie Harris. Our coordinating producer, Bill Borson. Our associate producer, Joe Corneo. Great to have Arnie Harris back. Some of the other folks who make things work around here. Michael Jordan to the free throw line. Michael's first point of the fourth period of play. We have 2:58 to go in the fourth. You mentioned, John, they've done a good job of keeping Jordan on the perimeter and out of the action here in the fourth period. I know he was out of the game earlier on the bench briefly, but 28 for Jordan now for the game. He had 26 through 3 periods. Petrovic sets it up. Bulls are leading by 9. Anderson, taken away by Jordan. Michael does not have the numbers in his favor.
Michael had at least 4 steals in a game. You're not supposed to be able to do that.
Jordan backing Anderson, threw it away. Coleman tipped it. Now Williams pries it loose. Last touch by the Bulls. It'll belong to New Jersey. Nets are trying to hang in there, John. They're down by 9. Michael frustrated at the moment. Here's Petrovic. Driving on Jordan, trying to hit Coleman down low, tipped away by the interior defense, and Paxson comes up with it. There's the turnover story. Scottie Pippen. Good feed. Scott Williams with authority. 7 for Scott Williams off the bench. The bench here tonight, John, has played positive minutes from an offensive standpoint. Good production. Anderson. Under 2 minutes to go in the game. Raphael Addison. Scott Williams had good position on Dudley for the rebound. Chicago trying to salt away the Bulls' 27th win of the season. It would be their 12th win on the road. Much of this sellout crowd heading to the exits. MJ.
The nail. That was the nail, wasn't it?
30 points for Jordan. Kenny Anderson back the other way. Slicing through. It will belong to New Jersey. Last touch by the Bulls.
You would think that Chuck Daly will have to wait 2 more games to get that 500 win, eh?
At least. Right. And they are heading to the exits here.
Don't give up, Horace. He's going to drift back and he'll still take the 3.
Petro. Dudley back to Petrovic. Nobody there.
All right. Joey, nice catch by Joey Crawford over here on the side.
So that turnover should pretty much be a nail in the coffin of Chuck Daly's cause. 107-94. Bulls by 13 with 1:10 left to go. If this one had tightened up, the Bulls have been on the short end of some close games this year. But this one did not tighten up down the stretch. Jordan for three. Scottie Pippen retains the possession for Chicago with the rebound. Under a minute to go. 17 of the shot clock. Bulls spread the offense, just salting it away here. Bulls have led throughout this ball game here tonight. Played on the lead all night. Horace Grant. Scott Williams had the rebound for a moment. Kenny Anderson comes up with it. About a 5-second differential. Shot clock to game clock in the final 30 seconds. Petro off the mark. Horace Grant's outlet pass was deflected by Dudley. It will belong to Chicago. 20.5 seconds remaining. No shot clock now. Matt Daly still maintains the Bulls are the team to beat despite the better records by 2 or 3 teams in the West. Jordan heads off, gets a nice round of applause. 30 points here tonight. Bulls are going to dribble this one away. The first hit of John Paxson. Final seconds ticking away. So the Bulls post their 27th win of the season. They go to 27-11 on the campaign. The New Jersey Nets 22-16, and this snaps a 5-game New Jersey winning streak. 107-94. Michael Jordan and company. Jordan paces away with 30 points, and the Chicago Bulls win their 12th game of the season on the road. Back to wrap it up after these messages on Channel 9. They work